Ruben Amorim has a tough challenge for Manchester United's midfield for the next few months. Ruben Amorim's tactical philosophy, built on a high-octane and aggressive system, demands technical and physical excellence in every position, with the midfield serving as the critical engine room. His tenure at Manchester United, however, would be a period of significant struggle if he were forced to operate without a high-quality defensive midfielder and an elite attacking midfielder until January 2026. This deficiency is particularly glaring when considering the specific physical and mental attributes required for these roles. The team currently lacks a presence in these positions who is at least 190 centimeters, 6 feet 2 inches tall, physically strong, dynamic, and sensible. The absence of a defensive midfield anchor with this profile would leave the back four dangerously exposed to opposition counterattacks, creating a gaping hole that existing players cannot consistently fill. The defensive midfielder's role is not just to screen the defense but to win crucial aerial duels and execute man-to-man marking with clear-headed aggression, a discipline that is currently lacking. For instance, the mentality of a player like Manuel Ugarte, while a positive force, needs to be consistently coached and refined by Amorim, as the player can sometimes appear confused and not sensible in his positioning. Veteran midfielder Casemiro, who looks lazy and dodgy, at times with clear negligence for defensive duties, must either be pushed to perform at a higher level, focusing on winning those critical aerial battles and tracking runners tightly, or be moved on to make way for a more committed and physically imposing presence. With the return of Matthias Cunha from injury, a creative solution would be to tactically shift Joshua Zirkzee into the defensive midfield role, providing the required physical presence and defensive solidity. This move could both surprise opponents and add a new dimension to the team's shape. This defensive fragility would be severely exacerbated by a predictable and often toothless attack, crippled by the lack of a true attacking midfielder. This player is the creative hub, the number 10 who links the midfield and attack, providing the intricate passes, clever runs, and decisive moments that unlock stubborn low blocks. With Mason Mount out injured, the burden and pressure fall heavily on Kobbie Mainoo, who, despite his immense talent, cannot be expected to carry the entire creative responsibility on his own for such a prolonged period. Amorim could, however, look to the club's youth setup, actively allowing Toby Collier a chance to step up as a viable attacking midfield alternative to Mainoo. Furthermore, Tyler Fletcher from the under-18 squad could be a good fit for the main squad's midfield, offering another dynamic option to address the squad depth issues. This dual deficiency would create a tactically disjointed team, unable to protect its goal or consistently threaten the opposition's, leading to a frustrating cycle of conceding soft goals and failing to score enough to win games. The team's inability to fully implement Amorim's demanding system would be a clear and persistent issue, leaving the manager and fans counting down the days until the January 2026 transfer window finally reopens. Until then, success will hinge not only on the manager's tactical adjustments, but also on the players' collective will. The final and perhaps most critical challenge will be for the Manchester United players to be more clinical in front of goal and to focus on a cohesive, united team effort, as individual brilliance will not be enough to overcome these significant structural flaws.